there's a lot of like can'ts and don'ts. Yes, like it's nice to follow those rules because it'll get you to a healthier head of hair. But whatever it is that you want to do to it, don't be afraid to do that. Okay. Okay. Alright, I am so excited about this whole oh, y'all don't need to see that. I really like this background, so hopefully that means more videos. What else? This is a wash and go. I recently made some whipped shea butter. Fire. I never understood when people talked about shea butter. I'm kind of weird about raw hair products just because sometimes it can be unpredictable, sometimes it can be too much for your hair depending on what you're mixing, so I usually stay away from certain things. But I made some whipped shea butter, man. It was so fire. I did a wash and go with shea butter and some eco styler gel, whatever. It was fire. All right, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about some hair tips. Disclaimer, I've had many setbacks. I still cut my hair all the time. I cut my hair this morning so that this side would be more voluminous. I get a little crazy. Also, I've had heat damage. I feel like I'm just now actually coming out of the heat damage. I was cutting my hair pretty much, it was a lot last year, and even into this year I was cutting my hair a lot. I think I had heat damage from the first time I straightened my hair. I don't know. I've done the low heat. I don't know what happened. All right. So anyway, so today I'm just gonna be talking about things I've learned while I've been natural. And it's weird. I feel like my hair's it's not that long. It's to my armpit. It's not very long for the time that I've been natural. I feel like it'll be 6 years. 6 years in December. It'll be 6 years. And I don't know, I just feel like I've been through a lot. People still ask me, but I feel like I'm not the perfect example. And my hair doesn't even grow it does not grow 6 inches in a year. It doesn't grow very fast. And for a long time I would compare myself to others. I just want to say that. I just want to say these things. I feel like I don't really stack up to the average YouTuber or person who would be making this kind of video or giving out tips, you know what I mean? But at the same time I feel like I've learned a lot. So people ask and I wanted to make a video about it. Wait, let me see something. Okay, I had to shift the camera a little bit. Don't judge me. Okay, so I talked about my heat damage. I feel like not flat ironing my hair anymore was the best decision. Healthy natural hair, it just looks different, it moves different, and I didn't really get to see that until I put the flat irons down. And it wasn't even I was flat ironing my hair all the time. It was just too many bad experiences every time I would take that step. I don't know if my hair is just sensitive to heat, but I felt like every time I tried to flat iron it, it would change. Even if it was a little bit or a lot, it always changed. Tip number 1 is stay away from heat as much as you can. I remember there was a phase of my natural hair journey where I was looking at people's photos on Instagram and I just couldn't understand why their hair patterns were so consistent. And it really made me examine myself. Now, I have a lot of different curl patterns, and even now that I've put the flat irons down, it's still all different. I still have a lot of different patterns. My hair's super loose in the front, really loose in the back, really tight in the top, and they're pretty much the same everywhere else. It's pretty consistent, except my right side is coilier than my left. I'm rambling again. I'm rambling for sure again. So basically I eventually realized that I do have a bunch of different curl patterns. Yes, I did have heat damage. I finally cut it all off. I love like the way that my hair curls now. Sometimes depending on the product, it's hard to get a consistent curl. Anyway, recently I noticed that there's a lot of like can'ts and don'ts, and like, yes, like it's nice to follow those rules because it'll get you to a healthier head of hair. You should be able to do basically what you want to do to your hair to make it look the way you want it to look. Whatever it is that you want to do to it, don't be afraid to do that. Okay, tip number 2, I would say deep condition. If anything, I'll skip regular conditioning. And the thing about deep conditioning, I don't like doing it for 30 minutes somewhere. I like to go for the ones with a shorter amount of time. Some people get really into deep conditioning, or they don't mind, deep conditioning for that long. I don't like to. So I shoot for, the 5 to 10 minute, something I can do in the shower where I'm already doing my hair. It just makes it a lot easier for me personally. And then when I jump out of the shower, I don't have to get back in. So I bought Aveda, I like Shea Moisture deep conditioners. I don't want to say Mielle Organics, because the ones that I've had from Mielle Organics, point is, deep condition, preferably weekly. Tip number 3, your natural hair is going to get dry. It's inevitable, whether it's 3, 5, 7 days, whatever it is, your hair will get dry. Wrap it up at night. Try not to let it rub on things. So what I would recommend is refresher sprays or remoisturizing before you manipulate it. If you really want to grow your hair, I would suggest things like twists and stuff. Also because when you keep twisting, it helps your hair stay moisturized for a very long time. So tip number 4 is something I see people do, and I feel like I think because I see people, I'm not sure if people still do this, but I feel like when you go natural, you can't like treat your hair the way that you used to when you relax. You can't really expect the comb to come straight through, and I see people struggle with that a lot. They're combing their hair, it's all in the sink. You have to really take your time. If my mom has me doing something to her hair, or my sister, you can't really feel my hands in your head, and that is how you should be approaching your own hair. That's how gentle you should be. But I feel like it shouldn't be, you yanking, or you can hear your hair breaking. Like, it's gonna hinder you from growing your hair. It's definitely gonna create some problems and some breakage. The last tip is trim your hair as needed. Sometimes it's hard to know when you need a haircut. When my ends get really thin or they look really dingy, I can see the splits, I can see like little knots. My hair will continuously get knotted. It gets really hard to detangle. I don't do it on a schedule anymore. I used to do it every 3 to 4 months, and then I realized that I can't grow my hair and cut it that often. Like, it grows like 0.3, almost 0.4 inches a month. I had to actually measure that out, like, in a time period, and I realized my hair doesn't even grow an inch every 2 months, so 6 inches in a year for who? Because it's not me. So I get about 4 inches a year. You may have to trim your hair more often depending on what you're doing to it. So I had to cut back on heat manipulation so that I could then slow down with the trimming. And even then, I was still getting rid of heat damage, still like low-key transitioning. So what was that? Ooh, memory of a goldfish. When you're first starting out, it's really hard to differentiate those things with your own hair. it's hard to know what's right and what's wrong, what it's supposed to feel like, what does moisturized feel like, what do clean ends feel like, or freshly trimmed, you know, healthy hair. What does that feel like for you? And I think that's why it's like a journey, you know, like you're figuring your own hair out, and everyone's so different that like it's just a very individual like experience. I've been through so many setbacks, so many haircuts, heat damage, transitioning, experimenting, washing my hair with baking soda because DIY. I've done plenty to it. It's a little easier to talk about it now because I've gotten to a good place where it's like, oh, like I know what to do with it, and I can tell when it's needing something or acting differently. I'm rambling. I'm literally talking about nothing at this point. So thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.